The Return of Claymore. I think it should start. Might need to press it twice. Yay!
Then press clean to restart.
And it got stuck on this somehow. Let's try that again. There it goes. It gets stuck on random things sometimes. Jump! So yeah, lots more has been stacked now. So yeah, time to get back to work on listing all this stuff. And yeah, so should be able to get a decent amount of this stuff listed today. Probably not all of it though, because it's already 7 p.m. But going to hopefully get a good start on it. So probably not do this one right away. Feels like it would take longer. But then yeah, we'll see how much we can get done. And then so should be able to get a good amount of this done. But then tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday should be able to finish up with the last of it, and then hopefully get most of that listed, and then can start listing all of this stuff here. This stuff is stacked. I want to say like, well, it's been at least a year. I know that long. But might have been longer than a year that this stuff's been sitting in containers, floating around, being moved all over the place. We sorted the plates a long time ago, and of the plates, there's still all of these ones and these ones, and then a couple in the back left. Yeah, then so the plates already are decently sorted. And then after that, there's a whole bunch of Technic that's also partially sorted. But then after that, not much else has been really sorted too much per se. But yeah, definitely interesting to see that that table is finally almost empty, and at the same time, this one being empty. I've had this one empty and the other one empty at separate times in the past because I keep just moving stuff around between the tables. But I think for the first time in about a year, both tables are basically empty. So that is really good progress. And so yeah, then I'm going to get to work on that stuff, and then hopefully sometime next week, these things here can start to get sorted by color and stacked, and then listed, and then slowly get through this backlog. And yeah, I'm not 100% decided yet, but I'm mostly sure that once I have all of that used stuff listed, then I do think I am going to be almost guaranteed doing what I was thinking for a while, and I've said a few times, is where I'm going to just do a higher and higher sale percentage on the used parts till they're all gone. And then after that, just transform this area here into my used area, because then whenever I get a lot in the mail, then I can right away list it, because right now I have all of the stuff sorted in their different containers. Because realistically, if I were to, for example, each and every time I get this set of legs here in the mail or something like that, if every single time I list it at the computer, then I have to get up, walk over here, find the drawer, put it away, update the quantity and everything like that, which, I mean, it isn't necessarily extensive amounts of work or anything like that, but it is just time consuming, and when you're listing thousands of parts, it's not really feasible. So that's why it's all first sorted into drawers and stuff like that. And it's getting a bit warm here, so I'll just turn this off. So yeah, then right now that's just what works. But then in the future, when I switch to used, only a little bit of used, then I can transform this into used storage. And then whenever I get something in the mail, then I first make sure I have the entire brick store file created with everything going where it has to go. And then I can just put it away right here, and where it's all sorted and everything like that. So it's would be more efficient that way and stuff like that. So yeah, then once all that stuff's done, hopefully it's not too long, and then after that, I'll have to probably renumber this with like a U at the front for used. I won't change the numbering for the new or anything like that. And I theoretically could just move the numbers back a little bit, but yeah, then I'll probably just try to find some method of some sort. I might, not sure what I'm going to do yet though. Haven't fully decided on any of that, and I'm not entirely sure what I'd do, because some of these larger drawers, realistically for used, there isn't really much too good, for lack of better words, about them. Because the thing is, if it's a large item, it can go in a box, but then if it's a small item, I can't really ever adjust my drawers and stuff like that. So what I might do is then just swap out these bottom units and these ones here that have these for normal units, and just adjust everything accordingly and then proceed like that. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I might not do that. I might keep them here even with the used, just put the larger items in here instead of in boxes. But yeah, that's the goal. But just procrastinating because it's time to get to work listing all this stuff. Nice find with these two pins here. They're exclusive to the set that the light up Luminar on Dually is from. So yeah, these two pins here sell for, I changed the price a little bit because there's none in Canada with good quantity, but it is an 11-ish, I think. Let's see here. $10 part, and then yeah, in Canada there's two of them sold with a quantity of two, but when you look, none of them with a quantity of two are available. So yeah, that is a nice find for sure, mixed in with all the others. But then seemingly as a the cost of that, now I have to separate these two entries. That one's not looking too happy there. But yeah, there's two different mold variations you can see here. 1 second, let me get these here. But then yeah, you can see the two different mold variations on that. There's the square hole and the round one. So yeah, it's let me just get this one up. But then yeah, like you can see in this photo, it's round there, and then in this one it's kind of square. So yeah, gonna have to separate those two. Just finished getting the brick store file for the day uploaded. So it's 1,200 bricks, 58 lots for 146 bucks. So that is now uploaded, and yeah, I'll sync up the stores and then call it a day. Filled up a couple more drawers again. Yogurt time. Today is one of those days where the temperature has finally leveled out, so that outside, even though it's super cold, and on the main floor it's super cold, the heater being on the temperature of 1 makes it so it's actually room temperature down here. So that is nice. So yeah, then the goal for today is 1 minute. Just getting these lights on. Is to first finish with some OCR that I was working on, optical character recognition, at least that's what I think it's called. Because right now, basically, let me just get it set up here again. 1 second. So right here, here. I'm working on this right now so that when you upload an image, like for example, if I upload this image, you can then click TX and then it runs some stuff and then it gets the text from that. Although right now it's not getting all of it, it's just in early testing, so it's extremely inconsistent. It's getting like the word sample and stuff like that, but just setting that up right now just to try and get it to like be able to copy text from the image to fill in the spots and stuff like that, just to make things easier. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to first work on today to get that sorted out. So yeah, I'll work on that, and then after that I am going to see how much of this I can get listed today. It's not too much, so hopefully I can get it all listed, and then just going to check really quick. One moment. Is it back in stock yet? Internet issues, yes. Well, actually, not necessarily. It's just computer's a bit slow. Let's check. Nope, still out of stock. So I still can't buy more of the Lego set for the end of the year. Hoping it's not permanently out of stock. It's been out of stock once before, so I'm pretty confident it's not permanently out of stock because it was back in stock a couple of days or a week or so later. So yeah, I'll work on that, then work on this stuff. Already have a quote request for those two pins, and it's been only a day or two. It's now 9:12 p.m. and I am finally getting some actually legible text from the images. Yogurt time. So yeah, then the goal for today is to first pull the orders from overnight. Second, I forgot I sold another Blu-ray, so I gotta get that from upstairs. And then after that, ship orders out. Then after orders are shipped out, to finally try and combine the code on the one page because, excuse me, let me just refresh this page. Need to sign in again. 1 second. Okay. So add TCG wise. So I've got two upload things here. the first one, if you upload it and then click this, it starts this here. Oh wait, no. Well, that one doesn't run it anymore. But basically that one there would run like a super simple OCR, and it would be really inconsistent, look weird, and all that type of stuff. But then I've got this one here where if you choose the file and start OCR, it runs it on the side. As you can see here, it's making progress, and that has a really overall decent output. Like, you can actually see legible stuff. But for the life of me, I can't get this output to show inside of this box and be run when this is clicked. I only have it as a separate input, so that's going to be something to figure out later. But at least I finally got it at least somewhat working with all of the different things. For like, it basically first cuts the card in half, then only has the bottom half of the card, then it zooms in 100% on the card, then it I think it does a bit of grayscale, and maybe one or two other things. I can't remember, but it does like a whole bunch of different stuff. So then I can take that image and run it through the OCR and get a good output. So it took like, I don't know, 7 hours or so yesterday to get it to go from, let's see if I can find an initial example. So yeah, basically I used to have like really unlegible things like this, and just a whole bunch of random non-actual character outputs and just weird stuff like that. Then it was starting to get a bit better. Then I just did a whole bunch more, and then I finally ended up with one that has at least overall pretty decent output for the text, so that's not bad. So yeah, then I'm going to be working on all of that, and then probably before I start that, I'll just tackle that stuff there. But yeah, then I'm going to pull the rest of the orders. But yeah, then for the dark purple space helmets, I still haven't gotten the ones in the mail from Lego, but then got these ones here from the free VIP bags. I sold 10 of them in an order to Australia, and then sold 30 of them to an order in, one second, what was the country again? In the Philippines. I don't want to show their name or anything like that, but yeah, then so 40 of those already sold, paid $0, sold the first 10 for $10, about, well, $9.90, and then the next 30 for $29.70. So I got 510 remaining. Well, only 10 listed, but yeah, not bad. So then have to okay, I'm 99% sure there's no actual names. Yeah, this page here is just usernames, so I keep forgetting I can show this page. But yeah, then I've got 3 more orders to pull. So then I'm going to pull those orders and then ship orders out, and then yeah, get to work on other stuff. So yeah, the buyer accepted the quote and paid. So yeah, sold these 2 pins here for a total of $25 for just 2 pins. Also just sold one of the medium Azure hinges for $3.84. So that's nice to sell stuff that's just listed. And another internet outage. It's now 7 p.m. and we are still out of internet. So yeah, we've been out of internet for a while now. I want to say 4, no, not 4. Where am I getting these numbers from? Excuse me. I want to say about 3. Actually, yeah, it might have been 3 to 4 hours. There's somewhere around 3 to 4 or so that we lost internet. But yeah, then just going to switch over to my phone's Wi-Fi. One second. So I've got my phone here, and I'm just looking at the other things. Why is there a microwave? And then the other stuff, like, okay, then the internet is connected, because I just was looking at my phone. I've got 12 gigabytes of data right now, so I mean, I might as well use it. The month expires like for the plan in like 7 or 9 days or something like that, so hopefully the internet's back by then. But yeah, then I was looking, I've got my regular data, and I've got 3 things of bonus data, and in 3 months I get another bonus data, so that means I have 5 separate data usages. So it's just really confusing all around. But then yeah, let's start going through this order. So yeah, I'm not sure if I just got really unlucky last time or really lucky this time, but on an overall level, this order was in pretty good condition. So let's just see, these were in good. I had to replace one cracked arm on him, but nothing bad there. 1 or 2 of these had some wear, but nothing too bad. That was good. This one here, as expected, was in not too happy condition. I've ordered like 6 or 7 of them now, and not a single one's been usable so far. This one here, it had 2 light nougat hands instead of 1 light nougat and 1 black, and also it was damaged, so I couldn't use that. But that was good. 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 All of these were good except this one had 1 nick. And then this here is all decent. These were in good condition. Actually, no, these 2 weren't. But these were, yeah, pretty much everything up to a couple of these weren't. And then a couple of the heads weren't. But on an overall level, it was much better than last time. So I was able to rebuild a lot of minifigures. So yeah, now I was able to add also some dimensions for some parts. These ones here, I didn't get the dimensions done for yet because they're going to need some more parts. So I'm going to grab the thing from there, and then I'm going to work on these real quick. And then that will complete 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigures, I think, 4 dimensions again. And then I was able to, with the other parts, get the musician and the 2 mantas, and then this Kaz guy, and then the DVA, and then the Janna, whoever that is. I haven't really watched much Star Wars. So yeah, then I was able to get a couple of those done. So now I'll work on these guys, and yeah, it's 9 p.m. and still out of internet, still on data. So now that all that stuff is put away, now it's on to the container of everything that has every part that's needed for some reason, except for the ones it doesn't, when I have to get, which I then add to the box. Yeah, then we will start with this guy. I have no idea what his name is, but we are going to take a look. It's called Moroff, or Morooff, something like that. Yeah, then we need quite a few parts for him. Well, the first one, well, it's not the first technically, but it is a neck wear piece, which I have in this drawer. So we'll grab that. So we've got that thing, and I'm not going to record while finding the rest because there is just a lot of them that are somewhere at the very bottom of this container. And I know that this one's in here. This one might be. I know these are. This might be. This is, and this is. So yeah, I'm gonna find all the parts. So this is what Moroff looks like with his backpack thing built. It's just this thing here, and yeah, that does go on that angle in the instructions. So yeah, he's now being built, so I can drop him and then take his dimensions. His dimensions are now uploaded and pending approval, and now I did switch out the tile here because it had the potential to be affecting the dimensions a little bit, so I swapped it out for one with a flat edge there. So that is now all done, and now on to the next. Trying to load the building instructions for the minifigures is not going well. Might have to end up doing it on my phone. It's just I've been waiting for about 5 minutes. And it's not even like it was a large instructions thing. I could actually probably zoom in on just this page. Let me try real quick. Zooming in. Yeah, I can actually see it on this page here. Oh, well, of course, as soon as I do that, it loads here finally. Yeah, got this one. And then after that, which is this one, then there's these 2, which I think are the same. With yellow lines versus blue lines, and then there's this one, and then I'm gonna see if I can find all the parts for this one, and then there's this one, and then that should be all for the day. So yeah, I just confirmed that the only difference between the 2 Koopas is the tile at the top, this one here. You can just see the slight difference between it, between them, and so yeah, then that's the only real difference. There's nothing else that I could see. So for example, I'll scroll back to the top, just compare the 2. You can see it changing at the bottom there, then scroll down to the bottom of the inventory, and then there's also just the top thing changing there. There's nothing further. So yeah, I'll work on these guys next. Finally finished up with the dimensions, so I was able to get a couple more of those. Axiday was able to get a couple of them as well, and then there's just the one Moroff one that is left, but that should be approved soon. So yeah, now if I go market, catalog, fill in missing information and missing packing dimensions. We can see how many minifigures are left. So it's now down to just 330, and still have 1 second. Let me check. Get this up here. Still have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a duplicate. 4, 5. Let's see. I think there's just the one in there. Yeah, 5. And then 6, because I have the 1. This one here I don't have completely yet because it still needs the gear thing from the back. So was that 5 or 6? I can't remember. And then after that, there is, yeah, just that stuff. So I got 6 more on the way right now, so not too many. Yep, those were approved. And so yeah, that's hopefully going to be finished one day. Still out of internet. Yogurt time. Just getting to work for the day. So I got 1 package in the mail, and somehow when I was getting the yogurt ready, I accidentally dumped a little bit of yogurt down my sleeve, so I had to wash that out, and now it's just slightly damp inside the sleeve, and it's weird. So there's that, and then so yeah, this order here had a nice note inside. Let me get the lights first. Forgot to turn the heat on because I can only leave it on for about half the time before it ends up just being way too warm down here. But then, yeah, got a nice message saying thanks for the tips on YouTube. Enjoy a couple extra. And if I counted correctly, actually, if my sister counted correctly, there are 2 extras. So that was really nice. And then this one here got the claw thing for dimensions for the one thing because I have the other claw here. So that has both claws now. And then I can get that done. And then there is, I think there might be one more for dimensions. Actually, I don't know. That might be the only one. I can't remember. Oh, no, there's the hair thing for half of the stuff for the dimensions for the one thing. But, yeah, overall, pretty good. And then the person asked me to just review their stuff, so I'll have to write up a message about that. So then I am going to work on that. But, yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So internet is finally back. It returned sometime this morning. I know when I checked around 3:30 a.m. or so, there was still no internet. So yeah, it returned sometime between then and now. So yeah, then today I can get back to work. So I'll work on that. Since yesterday there was no internet and I didn't want to use data, I couldn't really fix the code thing. So I'm going to try to fix that. And then I can get to work on that stuff there. But yeah, yesterday I used about 2.25 gigabytes of data in well, between 4 p.m. and 3 a.m. So I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, thank you for watching if you got this far. Today is Wednesday, so the next vlog should be out on Saturday.